What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles, welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Movie Files. It seems excessively dark in here. There we go. It still seems dark. Anyway, Chief and Jace, I think, are still coming. Lots of stuff still to talk about. Anyway, hopefully, y'all are having an awesome week so far. There's so much stuff to talk about, and I see in the comments something I want to talk about like pronto. But let's see who all is here. 80s kid from the 90s. Hey, movie family, how's it going? That new episode of Acolyte episode was awesome. I saw Inside Out 2 yesterday. It was great therapy. Excuse me. I loved Inside Out 2. I thought it was really good. And just like you said, I feel like it's gonna be one of those things where a few years from now, the kids were 7, 10 years old are watching this as 20 somethings. They're gonna be like, oh man, this movie's hitting me on an entirely different level. Because I think there's so much for kids just to be stimulated with visually. But then as they start dealing with some of the stuff they're talking about in the film, it's gonna just be like, whoa, this movie's even better now that I'm an adult. Or all the way adult at 20 something. James Green's here. What's going on, Wednesday Night Movie Crew? What's up, James? I know it's the crew of one for right now. Chief is about to go on a little trip, and Jace is coming back from dinner. Snake Eyes, howdy, partners. Afton Child is here as well. Blake with the early troll. Hey, Lyle, MFers. Jail Parks, guys, I just finished the 4th episode of this new show. It's kind of cool. It reminds me a little of Star Wars. It's called The Acolyte. Star Wars light, yeah. Jane went nitpicking aside. I think my biggest complaint is that it doesn't really feel like Star Wars. If you take out the name Jedi and all the details that go with them, it might be better as its own original universe. Yeah. So this 4th episode, I told you guys Disney sent critics the first half of the Acolyte, and I was really rushing to get through the first 2 because I knew they were a 2-parter and I could watch 3 and 4 and catch up before they aired on Disney Plus. And I thought the first 2 episodes were okay, decent, maybe in that exact order. I felt like the first one was like, oh man, what's this crazy mystery? And it seems like we're all caught up. But I felt like it was like they set up something that they probably, if they had kind of arranged how they did the show differently, gave us that payoff that, hey, it's not Osha, it's May. Maybe if they made that reveal in episode 4, it'd have been like, whoa, what's going on? I felt like to give that big twist away in episode 1, especially with the different betrayals of May and Osha. I mean, it was very clear from the second we saw Osha that she wasn't the killer of these Jedi. So that was weird. And then we keep going. We spend a whole episode on a flashback that I think would have been better served if it was spread out over the course of several episodes and get to that payoff. Because I felt like we have a flashback that wasn't complete. They spent an entire episode on it. This was the shortest episode so far. It's like 36 minutes, and that includes the credits. It was more like 28 minutes or 29, maybe. I remember rewatching it just to make sure I hadn't missed anything before I finished my review, which you can see on lylesmoviefiles.com, and going, that's really it? And there's some theories going around that I did not think of. There's all kinds of things when there's a mystery to shows where people stop trying to enjoy it. They're just trying to solve the mystery and be like, listen, I got my internet badge. I'm on top of it first. I cracked the code in the mystery. Let's see what Chief says. He's here. Let's say what he's thinking. Chief, what's up, my man?
Good evening. How you doing?
I'm cooling, man. How about you?
Man, I'm just enjoying life, man. I'm just enjoying life. You know what I mean?
Y'all set and ready to go?
Yeah, I didn't get to see the Acolyte this today. I was busy, bro.
Oh man, I was just talking about the Acolyte, and I was like, I know Chief's got me. He watched it.
I had no time, man. My time's been real crunched today. You know what I mean? But
Jamelin posted this a few minutes earlier. If you take out the name of the name Jedi and all the details that go with them, Acolyte might be better as its own original universe. What do you think about that? Do you feel like as you're watching this that we're actually seeing Star Wars?
Yeah, man. It's from that universe. Appreciate it, man. Dita, LVN Exos. I think they are Exos LVNs, man. Go and look at your Dita catalog, copy a pair. But I think, honestly, from what I've seen of it so far, see, I've never gotten into that Star Wars universe where things made me angry about it. And I understand that some people are into the lore and things like that. And but for me, honestly, man, I enjoy a good story, no matter how it comes. And I feel like at this point with Star Wars, everything it's almost like they restarted the DC universe, right? Everything you kind of knew is thrown out with these new guys, right? So instead of just getting mad or whatever, embrace that it's a new universe. These people, even if you separate these people from the first six, and just this is his own entity, his own universe, maybe maybe to help you move forward. So, but like I said, a good story is a good story.
I gotta get you talking about
bad is when we got a problem. And I think I don't know. Like I said, I didn't see today's episode. I don't know if it went off the rails or not. So if people are complaining, maybe the episode went off rails. I don't know. I wasn't there for it, but I'm hoping that if it did, it'll get back on track. And if it didn't, man, I always say, man, put your viewership or your money in the things you want to see. So if you don't like it anymore, stop watching. And they'll eventually get the message when nobody's watching these new shows they put out. So,
well, I got nothing else to add to that, Chief. I guess we're done for the night. If you don't like it, stop watching it. All right, everybody. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Anyway, Stickman says the Acolyte feels a lot of mysteries that'll have disappointing answers, if any at all. And I'm kind of with you. I feel like the setup has put characters into a corner that, regardless of how they try, they can't really, it's okay. I felt the same way with Kylo Ren when Rey was trying to redeem him. Like, this dude killed Han Solo. There's no going back for him. Sorry.
Han. Huh? I said he killed Han. How could they let him kill Han? Was the question. But I mean, is it me or did somebody who wasn't even a great character kill Han? But hey, whatever. It's almost like the swamp monster killed Latasha Yar. Like, what is this? So, it is what it is, man. You gotta live with it. But was today's episode any good? That's what I want to know.
All right. So, I mean, it was, I had to, so I watched it maybe 2 weeks ago. And as I'm writing the review, I'm like, wait, what happened in this episode? Because I felt like I watched it, but I couldn't tell you anything of significance that happened except for the last 30 seconds. We get a big cliffhanger there, which I felt like y'all could have spent another 10 minutes working what had to be or has to be a really quick fight and just do that for the other 10 minutes because this was already a short episode. I just don't feel like anything of consequence happened, much like that flashback episode where there was so much talky, chat. We've already heard from different characters what happened. Seeing it didn't make it so illuminating. Like, wow, I'm so glad they spent an entire episode of an eight episode series on this. This one felt like the Lord of the Rings, the extended edition, where they're doing a lot of walking. There's even a shot of them on a mountain, and I'm like, oh man, where are they off to now? Are they going to decide to go through the halls of Moria, or what? It was really weird.
And there's only 3 episodes left now, right? This was the 5th.
Nah, it's 8. So we're at the halfway point.
Okay, this was only the 4th one today?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I felt like 3 came out at one time, but it was 2 came out at one time. 3rd, 4th. Okay.
Yeah.
80's kid seemed like he loved it.
80 said that Soul was his favorite Jedi after watching the first episode. Chamberlain says they went somewhere, Jeff. I think that was the main plot of the episode. They went somewhere and everybody ended up on the same planet.
Quest.
Well, see, the funny thing is that happened on episode 2 as well, because all of the characters were there for May to kill Master Torben, and all she needed to do was give him a little Mickey, a roofie. Why they call him Flories? Because you can always end up on the floor. She gave him that. He hit the floor, and every character who matters was right there for that scene or that segment. And instead of, I'm going to have this big throwdown with all these Jedi, it's, I got to get out of here. These Jedi are going to kill me. But these Jedi are the softest, chumpiest Jedi running around because they don't do anything. And they're very passive. They're like, why do I even have my lightsaber? Because I'm not going to use it.
It's a damn shame.
Soul is just too cool. Soul Patrol.
the worst Jedi.
What exactly do you like about Soul? I mean, I like the actor, but I don't know what they've done with the character Soul to get me into him. It's like, oh man, he is such a great Jedi. Ryan Daly's here. What's up, Ryan? I haven't seen it yet, but as long as Forlom and Zucka show up, I'll be happy. You're not going to be happy. Blake Tarpley says, hey, lots of folks describe Ferry Road as they drove straight, turned left, and then came back. Well, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on in that. David Thanos has a serious question.
Oh, well, you know what? I don't know if you noticed our new lighting in here today. It's very bright, very beautiful, man. I'm just enjoying myself, man. I'm in a good mood. I just came on to really relax and just you know what I mean. And I'm just in my cool out mood, man. My cool out phase. You know what I mean?
This is for the cooling, you chief.
But they're not red, as you see. So I'm not hiding them, if that's what you think. They're not red eyes. I don't need any Visine.
He reminds me a bit of Qui-Gon with his personality. So why is Qui-Gon not your favorite? I'm just really curious. That's all. Yeah, so they walked around, they got to the place, and the episode ended with the confrontation. It didn't really go the way I thought it was going to. Now, there have been some theories online, and again, I'm not going to spoil them because I don't want to be like, look what I learned. I didn't. It just kind of, I saw it and said, oh, that makes a lot of sense. I'm not quite sure where they're going to go with this, but Jamelin said it was all right. They went somewhere. They traveled. They went to the planet of the Wookiee Jedi Master, and all of these Jedi, except for Soul, have been in this kind of quasi isolation where they don't want to be around a bunch of people. Torben had himself in a cone of silence, essentially. He didn't talk for 10 years. So there's been a lot of weirdness going on, and we're going to find more about what went on in the cave, because as so many people pointed out, a stone cave should not have caught on fire to the point that all the witches died.
Yeah, I didn't understand that either. It didn't even look like they were burned. Like
or
it looked like
basically with a lightsaber.
Yeah, it looked like somebody just snuffed the air out to deprive them of oxygen and watch them drop. So I didn't get that either. I was thinking about that. I was like, why is everybody dead?
Now, how disappointing would it be that the Jedi were trying to put out the fire and they just snuffed it out so much that they took all the air from the witches.
Let me tell you something. Those Jedis couldn't put out a match. Okay, let's just be honest, man. Those are the worst Jedis. You know what I mean? Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, those guys are horrible, man. I don't even know if they had training. They just they said they did. Yeah, we've been trained, but I'm like, no, you haven't. So,
okay, Jace just text. He'll be on in about 5 minutes.
Okay,
so we can get his thoughts on this episode because I am quite curious. He was texting me while he was watching it. Aaron Rodgers and Robert Saleh. Jamelin says, Chief, you might feel a bit frustrated by this episode. A lot of lightsabers get activated at one point, but
not used, huh? Just the threat of a lightsaber. I
wouldn't even call it the threat. I would say it's the tease of a lightsaber. It's it's that analogy is not going to work.
A lot of lightsabers. Gosh damn, nothing gets no fighting.
All right, so you remember in episode 2 when Yord and Soul had May cornered, Jackie's in the ship. In the name of the Galactic Republic, we order you to surrender. Right? You remember that scene? All right. And May goes, sizes up the situation. Hey, there's dust being kicked up by the ship. I wonder if, and she just force or thread pushes all this dirt that magically hides her. Now, I don't know how there was any dirt left after she did this sandstorm with the Force, but the Jedi completely lost her. We get another one of those tricks in this episode. So these Jedi are whack because I was writing my review and thinking when Anakin fought Asajj in the Clone Wars cartoon, she was force pushing him. And after a while, he said, shoot, I can force push back. And it was like, yeah, dude, you don't have to keep getting rocked back. All you do is she's about to summon it. You go, bam. And that's what he was doing in the cartoon. Did you watch that one?
Mm-mm.
Chief, the Jedis had it on their resume that they got trained. Just like when I interview, I say, heck yeah, I'm an expert in all that.
Yeah, they're bad, man. They listen, man. I don't even know if they came with a resume. One of them things where it's crumpled in your pocket. They got to smooth it out. Hold on a second. Let me just smooth it out for you. Here we go. So, yeah, they're awful Jedis, man. Awful Jedi.
Reverend Kevin V. Montague is here. Hey, yo. Ryan says the terrible secret of Star Wars is more often than not, the Jedi are pretty boring. It's only when they're young and reckless or bending the rules that they're fun to watch. Yeah. And it's like the best part was kind of watching them completely drop the ball when Palpatine's working everything, or when Obi-Wan's going from a certain point of view, Yoda's faking like he's a clown, and Luke is, I don't need to follow these rules. What are you talking about? And I think maybe that's kind of where they got lost with the sequel trilogy, because it's, well, Luke messed up, and we didn't see any of that messed up. It was just kind of there. But these guys are really boring because they're not doing anything. We haven't seen them do anything except being competent. And if they were just super cool knights who are, able to take care of themselves in a situation, they would be at least cool. But these guys look like they couldn't do anything. And May is not coming off like a really cool Asajj type character. She's just coming off as the only person written with any degree of knowing what they're doing and how to do stuff. That's why Soul is cool. You're creating a flame. Hey, Chief, you got a cave in there that's catching fire?
Oh, no, man. That's a Glad essential oil.
It was like smoking up.
Yeah, it's over near the computer. So sometimes when it flares up, depending on if I'm getting a draft from anywhere, it'll venture over. Look, or maybe I'm just gonna burn like the women did in the cave.
If you pass out, I'll know what happened. The Force? Oh yeah, man. I be all up in the Force. I keep up with the Force. I don't stop.
Oh shoot. Yeah, man.
There it is. Playing their uncool mentor. Dude, it's so weird. Because I feel like there's been enough. Hey, here's different levels and layers to the Jedi to make them nuanced as opposed to these stiff librarians. And this crew is just not interesting. So I found this episode weird because maybe you guys who watched it can tell me what you thought about it. I feel like they're portraying May as like you would typically portray the main character in something. She's on a quest. She's trying to get things done. She's going after people she feels wronged her, like a normal hero's journey. And she's escaping this super army. I mean, the Jedi are coming like 10 deep and she's getting away. And it's like, yay, you got away. Like if that was on paper, you'd go, yeah, the hero accomplished their mission and got away from the incompetent, bumbling bad guys who can't stop the very savvy hero. And then May also has like a quirky, goofy sidekick character who's kind of comic relief, not quite as cool as her, but is capable of doing whatever needs to be done too. So, what's your thoughts on how they're handling May, Chief?
I don't even understand the dynamic, man. I feel like you knew she got out. Like, what do we? You know what I mean? Like, you're alive. Like, you saw each other. You like, at least one of you knew the other was alive. So, and then I don't know, man. It's some things are missing. It's like in some pieces of that, I feel like the writer just was like, I'm gonna skip over that. I'm gonna skip over the connection to this. But I'm waiting because I didn't see her do it yet. I'm waiting for the good twin to do some force things. I remember she was reaching for some keys and couldn't get it in her time of need. So I'm waiting for her to come out and be awesomely powerful at some point, for no reason at all, when she couldn't simply retrieve her keys when she needed to, when the ship was going down or something. And she was like, my keys. Nothing happened. So I'm waiting for another time now, all of a sudden, where she's just this super powerful, and I know it's coming, where it's gonna come and she's like, oh, she's gonna move something or do something that is way beyond her pay grade.
Absolutely. So, because I'm with you. We've seen that she couldn't do it, and they did the same kind of thing in Ahsoka, where Sabine couldn't get the mug to come to her, but they did make sure a point to go, hey, she's training, she's still working at it. So when she did accomplish it, it was all right, cool. She continued to work on it. She's continued to work to get better, to actually make this goal that she's set for herself. 80s Kid says, I think it's because the Jedi have not fought against the Sith for so long, and they also just made a truce with Mandalore. Well, see, the thing is, in this episode, we're watching them training. They're literally going through their sword techniques. They should. If they weren't doing that, if they were on a peaceful, we're chilling phase, that would be fine. And they weren't ever doing any kind of Jedi arts. Like, hey, it's been years since we've done lightsaber training. Why do we need to learn how to duel? I would be on board with that. They're things that if they were just in place to explain how these Jedi are so incompetent, I'd be right there with you. So yeah. And then you're definitely mentioning the big thing that I'm seeing. He's pretending to be a goofball. He's actually not. He knows a lot more than what he's going with, and we're getting the twist on the Yoda thing, which I think it's weird because why would this character need to do that if it's all about getting revenge on the Jedi? And like that quest is pretty straightforward. Go kill the Jedi. Why go through the whole deception? Mark A is here. Wednesday has come to me, my LMF men. What's up, Mark?
What's going on, man?
Dang, Blake, Force MDs. My reference was older, but your cut was deeper.
I
All
surrender.
right, this is awesome. I think it would have been more interesting if May was the one who wanted to be a Jedi and Osha didn't, but the events of the fire put them on different trajectories. Yes, it's so weird because that's another thing. I feel like there are forks in the road with this narrative, and if they just went with a different direction, it'd be so much more interesting. And did Jackie say she likes seeing people die, join the force? She sounds like a psycho. Psycho. Chandler says I'm kind of with the 80s from the 90s. I think they're just not battle ready. I don't think any of them has ever seen any combat. What up, bro? You seen combat. All right. You were texting me late at night and you did not call me back like I said to, by the way. What did you think about last night's or yesterday's episode?
You know, I
didn't watch it.
I was actually wide awake when I was texting you. And then by the time I actually finished watching the episode, I just went to sleep. It just took all the energy out of me. It's just like, wow, this is what you got. Okay. So, yeah. What did this? I mean, if I'm this show is just fan fiction. Don't take it seriously. This is somebody who's never. If you were introducing somebody who's never seen Star Wars, this still would seem like a bad show. So, just don't take it seriously. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's stuffing professional, Jamelin. So why didn't you tell me there was a possibility that this twin was still alive? I didn't know. I didn't think. Yeah,
hey,
whatever.
Hey, Jeff, did you ever watch this movie called Phantom Menace?
I did actually.
Yeah. Okay. And did the Jedi Council kind of have like, were they like, hey, anybody created by the Force again?
Another question is why haven't we seen the Jedi Council? They've been doing these like water cooler meetings.
Yeah, you know what this is? Like, this is like the B level. They're on Coruscant, but they're not even in the Jedi Temple. They're not even worthy enough to actually be in the real building. This is like the government agency. They're like, hey, here's the real building, and here are you guys in the auxiliary building. You guys don't, you guys report up, and we care if we do, but we don't. 90% of your reports just get on the trash heap.
Saul said he's hiding something. He said, after we get May, I'll tell you everything. Okay. This is that annoying thing with when they, and I'm not just singling out Acolyte. It's just like, why not say it right now? There's an accident. We accidentally killed your sister. Be right back. Instead of, oh, I'm dying. By the way, Osha, there was a fire. And we snuffed it out. We killed everybody.
We changed the trajectory of the fire, and then we did a force like a Ru Hadouken and killed all the the witches' sisters.
The not Dathomir witches. She's a previously established character from the High Republic books, except in those she's a teenager and so is supposed to be one of the exciting characters.
Wow, really?
Assuming you're referring to Renestra Rowe. I think that is who he's talking about. Yeah,
that is. That was kind of the, hey, we're bringing somebody from the High Republic. We're going to have them on screen. It's like, doing what? I mean, Jeff, like, did you enjoy seeing the Walmart Jedi Council try and take out, find one Jedi Master that they could have used the Force to find exactly where it was? It's like, there's only like so many Jedi in the world just because there are. So we should be able to sense where one beacon of power is, right?
I thought that was only so they could come up with a cute creature to sell stuffed dolls and action figures later for Christmas. Are sniffing basil. I mean, it's right there. Because I'm like, why do the Jedi need a tracker?
That was the Disney, the Kathleen Kennedy directive. If you make a Star Wars thing, there has to be some cute little thing that we can merchandise. It is edit, okay? Just it's straight. It has to be there. We had Grogu. That's why I worked. So whatever you do has to have something cute and furry that we can sell.
They only created her for the books 2 years ago. Oh, okay. She's mostly appeared in young adult novels and comics. I think they want her to be the new Ahsoka, but nah.
Wow. Could you? All right. Saying that was the case, could you jump from young Ahsoka to Ahsoka in the series and have any kind of connection?
You have to watch the whole deal with Barris to really have a great affinity for Ahsoka, because I feel like that's the tragedy that makes her a great character. And it's like, oh man, I'm out. And then Anakin's torn, which kind of starts a big thread, not the Force, of him unraveling. But Chase, Ewoks though.
Exactly. You're right, man. That was the first problem. Hey, but again, I will always say the Ewoks did something. Like, they weren't chumps. They were, okay, you think we're cute, but we are tiny little murder bears.
Killers.
Right.
Norman Bates. Ah.
Oh gosh. That's the thing that we try and sell, but marketing says it's not hitting. So let's try another.
It's not a thing. All right. 80 says Sith used the midichlorians to create life. The Force reacted against the Sith and created Anakin.
Yeah, that's so what? So the midichlor, so the not Dathomir witches use the thread to create life, and one thread, one Force thing is the opposite, and it's going to bring balance to the Force thread.
My main question is, if these witches created all this stuff, why did they make such lackluster Force users in May and Osha?
Okay. Okay. Did you hear they said something else early on in the show, that these were the Jedi that were assigned to that sector, and it was
They're Green Lanterns.
Huh?
They're Green Lanterns, huh?
Yeah, I mean, like they said, these were the Jedi that were assigned to that sector. But why would there be Jedi assigned to a sector that supposedly had no people? I'm just like, okay, you got to make sense of your own stuff. Like, it's not my job. Like, if they're supposedly uninhabited, that's cool. But if you knew there was people there and a whole bunch of a coven of witches, nobody buys it. Okay.
Last thing, what you think about Jackie crushing on Osha? You're gonna miss me, aren't you? Yeah, I'm gonna miss you. Did they have any scenes before that together where they would have any bond or connection?
They were on a spaceship together, and they both had the same masters. That was the thing. It's a deep connection.
Okay, I mean, because they really spend a lot of time. Anakin's talking about politics, sand. I mean, they spent a little time 10 years ago, but there was some connection. I just felt like such a random, hey, let's put these two together. Why?
Yeah, it didn't hit. Fetch didn't happen.
So Jamlin is with you, Jace. He says the Ewoks ate people off screen, of course, but they're eating folks for sure.
Hey, they never said they weren't. Hey, they were meat eaters. Okay, they didn't know that. That's what I mean. Remember, they were about to put up Luke and Han. Everybody was about to go in that fire. So
looks like meat's back on the menu. Everybody. Yeah. Didn't think anything of it. All right, yeah. I was just wondering if it was just me. I just thought it was.
That's funny. I get that reference now.
Yes. We're so proud of you. Just wait till you get these raid references. Shout out when you get those.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the other movie I'm supposed to be seeing.
Man, I mean, you know, when you get back and all that good stuff, and we do lose another character in this episode, Chief.
Another character, another lame Jedi.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
All right.
How lame was it? He's got sitting down. He didn't sense any dark side Force user. Just kind of, hey, I'm feeling a disturbance in the Force.
Yeah, they didn't feel disturbance 100 years prior. They just got killed. They had to develop that sense. So that's why deer always getting hit, because they never developed the sense of walking across the road. Like, what's that coming? I'm gonna jump out in front of it. Yeah, so that's how the Jedi I've been in this joint. I'm not gonna reach for my lightsaber. Do I make a choice between letting her kill the innman, the innkeeper, the barkeep, or throwing a knife at me and killing me? Why can't I defend both?
Wait, I have two hands. Wait.
Push. Okay. You know what I mean? We've seen the what's his name? Guru? What's the little dude name?
Grogu.
We've seen him do more as a baby than the rest of these cats here. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the masters just wasn't what they are.
You know Yoda's around, right?
Yeah, he's there. Yeah, Yoda's like 900 years old, and when he finally dies, he's but Yoda's not on Coruscant.
He isn't teaching anything, huh?
Yeah, he's on Behemini, which is 46 parsecs away. So he isn't brought to Coruscant till 50 years in the future.
Like, oh my gosh, this is happening to you guys? Right. Did you guys not study the Force while I was gone?
Yoda was the first one to feel a disturbance in the Force or notice when an enemy was sneaking up on him, and he taught it to the rest of them. Qui-Gon Jinn style.
What'd you think about the prequel character that showed through? Ki-Adi Mundi.
Yay.
Wow.
I mean, I saw him, but it was like, so you guys have him here and he's not fighting anybody? He's not even going with you for your big fight? I mean, this dude, he went in there with troops and he was ready to go. But in Order 66. But now he's just, hey guys, I got my little High Republic robes on. Hey, how you doing? Y'all be easy.
The power of one, the power of two, the power of many.
The power of never gonna hear that again. Oh yeah.
There's another flashback to go. Gosh. 80s is excited about Mango's Dawn of the Jedi. All right, man. Hopefully it'll be good for you. And Chamberlain really has it stuck in his head. You're not getting it stuck in my head. Maybe Indara is secretly Sith and faked her death. It didn't seem like she's that good an actress, because that knife went right into her chest.
Okay. Who's the witch sister? I mean, the witch leader. Is like, are we gonna act like she was potentially a Sith?
Why not?
Like, I mean, that's the big reveal. It's really, we tried to get your mother out, but we couldn't stop her. She was actually Sith. That was a big secret. Ooh. No, not about him. Not caring.
So last thing about this. Who else thought they were going to summon Captain Planet?
Let our powers combine.
That chat was, gosh. Now, I feel like the Acolyte's not getting its due in one way because people are just trashing it for no good reason. And I mean, they're trashing it beyond levels of like actual criticism. They're just bombing it to be chumps about it. So on Rotten Tomatoes, the series as a whole right now is 83% from the critics, 14% from the audience. That's a little extreme. I mean, there's been several worse things. This is not that. So I'm not quite sure why this show is getting so much hate for just being mediocre at best.
No, because I think a lot of other Star Wars stuff has been mediocre, but it's not. When it starts, I mean, I think what happens, like, whenever you start counteracting anything to George Lucas's Star Wars, that's when people get more upset. If you say, hey, this is Disney Star Wars, like Mandalorian, nobody really cares about Mandalorian stepping on any toes because they're not trying to. But when you say, oh, we have a way of saying the Force is something different than what you remember 20 years ago or 40 years ago, that's when they start getting upset. It's like, don't mess with our stuff. We're cool, But you start messing with, oh, well, we had somebody who created a beings out of the Force. Yeah, you're gonna start pissing us off because it's like, hey, no, that's the only person who did that was Plagueis and Sidious, and that's when they made Anakin. If you start messing with that, then it's like, oh, yeah, we did that 100 years ago. It's like, now Plagueis really had to do a whole lot of crap to make that happen. It was not just some chump. Oh yeah, I made 2 kids, man. I got easy one. You chump. Like that. Yeah, that's not gonna. I mean, that's gonna get people pissed off.
Blaze says maybe Don Cheadle could have come and fixed that mess.
I
don't need a reason for Don Cheadle to show up, but yes. 80s Kid says it's so frustrating to be a Star Wars fan today. I just feel like you can't say I like something or dislike something without people getting upset. I mean,
that's Star Wars?
Everything, huh?
Yeah, that's not just exclusive to Star Wars. If you were a sports fan and your team could win the Super Bowl, and the next day they would say, you know what, we got to blow it all up. Just like, what the heck are you thinking? It makes no sense.
Are you talking about the fake Taylor Swift relationship?
No, Jeff. Remember, everybody on the Chief is now about to get arrested, or
they need to. This is so ridiculous. I mean, so ridiculous. It should put them as my entire dummies of 2024. Gosh, just go away already. But yeah, 80s. I mean, you could be like, hey, today is Wednesday. Online, somebody's gonna go, no, actually, on my side of the world, it's already Thursday. You're wrong.
Why would you say it's Wednesday? It's Thursday, okay? Gosh, get over it. Yeah.
People go through a lot of efforts. Whatever you like it. Don't worry if someone else doesn't like it. You just, that's their opinion. Yeah. You can love what you want to love and do your thing. That's my motto. All right. So that was the Acolyte. And what do you think so far about the Master, Jace?
That's what's kind of confused. I mean, that's what's gonna piss. I mean, I'm somebody who read some of this. Old Star Wars books. The Master at this point should be Darth Tenebrous, who is his master. Which you're trying to act like he hasn't been around. So yeah, don't do that. Like, and that's gonna piss. That's gonna piss me off. But maybe this is some master that Tenebrous's master, and you kind of say, yeah, this was one of his offshoots, didn't work out, and he pieced out. But I'm not really feeling
it. Why do you hate Tuesday?
Oh my gosh, who doesn't hate Tuesdays? Mondays are so much better. Gosh. Yeah.
James says, I honestly don't really talk Star Wars anywhere outside of here with my best friend. It's not fun anymore. Yeah, and I think we at least try to have a fair discussion about it. We like things. We don't like things. It's all right. But nobody's an idiot for liking something or disliking something we do.
But I don't know, I still get annoyed when somebody says, oh, the prequels are crap. It's like, okay. All right, we're done talking on Star Wars. Like, you enjoy what you like. I'm fine. I'm enjoying what I like.
I can watch Jar Jar Binks all day.
My gosh. Dude, I don't know what lie detector test I need to hook you up to. Man, we're gonna put you on it, and you're gonna pass the joint. It's gonna be so awesome. Like, this is why these aren't admissible in court, because this guy can pass.
Come on, man. Misa, pass a lie detector. You know what I mean? It's not even it's not even a problem, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, I can't wait. That's what I watch it for. Whenever I watch it, man, I just put all his parts in there. And I'm like, yeah, let's go. You know what I mean? For the first time. You
want my autograph? You're a liar. Use the Force with 2 fingers and pushes Osha to the side, then wipes the floor. Chief will be sweating.
He's got a thumbtack in his foot, like make sure his heart rate goes up.
You know what I mean? That's the way to do it.
Straight Ocean's 13 style.
Just start coughing during the whole thing, so they can't get Yes.
Kind of feels like you've done this before.
You have to.
Wow.
Yeah. If you want to be freed.
David Thanos wants to know, didn't have time to watch the replay last week. For shame. Did Chief see the new Bad Boys?
Thanos, I'm sorry that you weren't here last week. We always appreciate your viewing. I will never watch Bad Boys. And if especially if I have to pay for it. If it comes on cable, and I'm bored one night or I need something to go to sleep to, I will turn it on and take a nap for it. Turn Bad Boys, like I said before, turn Bad Boys into a 5 or 6 part series because I'm gonna fall asleep on it. Now I did hear that people were loving it, but it phases me not. I have no inkling, no sputzer. I don't want to see it. That thing can stay wherever it is. I hope that it soon goes out the movie theater. I can stop seeing the commercials for it. And listen, it's got to go down at some point. They got the viewership has to go down.
Chief, honestly, we saw it this weekend. It's good. I mean, it does a very good job of, hey, these are adults, but it's still fun. They're doing adult things, but it's still very fun.
Hey, you guys love Will Smith.
It's not a matter of loving Will Smith. It's a matter of not hating Will Smith.
You know what I mean?
That's the difference.
It's
not potato.
Will, you got that Will's My Guy t-shirt. I've seen it.
You got that Chris.
I would have slapped him too. Yeah, like
you know what I mean? I have no interest in seeing it, man. I'm sorry. But Lyle's Movie Files and Jace have given it the proverbial thumbs up. So, but me, I'm not gonna go see it. I've got I've got a pedicure to get.
You've got what?
I said I've got a pedicure to get.
Pedicure.
You know
All right. No problem, Chief. No problem. It's annoying how John Campea still thinks who's John Campea? Do you know who that is, Jason?
That's a 80s kid next door neighbor.
I have no idea who that is. 80s.
Yeah.
80s kid walks out the house, there's John Campea. It's trash. I see you, John Campea, and I know.
Yeah. I mean, the truth is, the sequel it's probably. I mean, prequel is probably, hey, give them a book, and then it probably, oh, well, you don't have to hear Jar Jar Binks, and it's
What?
like,
Come
it's
on.
oh,
Don't do that. Jar Jar was everything. What's the purpose of sand? It gets everywhere. I love that. That the dialogue was excellent, man. It was really good, man. I love that part, man. Anakin was really it's really a sweet boy.
he was spitting game to a girl 5 years old, and he doesn't have, and everybody else has been sweating him for his whole life, and she couldn't care less about him.
And he still pulled her.
It worked out well.
He rode that eggplant looking beast. They were riding, or amongst them, they were eating in the background or something while they laid on a little fake beach. And you don't even remember the monsters in the background?
Oh, yeah, you're talking about when he's surfing on the little thing, yeah.
So yeah. So I mean, it was what it was, man. The Mustafar fight was everything. So
exactly.
Hey, let me tell you something. It never works out. You know what I mean? It's not the
There's no truth to that rumor, Blake.
you know what I mean?
All
They
right.
call Jace, not Saul.
Right. All right. Let's get into some news here. I'm curious what y'all think. A Spaceball sequel is in the works from Josh Gad and Mel Brooks and Amazon. Chief, how excited are you for this?
I can't believe you just asked me that. Mel Brooks is still alive?
It'd be really weird for him to be doing this from beyond the grave.
Bro,
Yes,
Mel
he's
Brooks
still-
gotta be what in his hundreds?
I don't know how old he is, but he's still producing the movie.
Mel Brooks is like 90. Like,
Right. They're like, Mel, huh? Just sign the paper in front of you. Huh? Sign the paper.
He's 90.
You know, did y'all give him his oatmeal today? Oatmeal. You know what I mean?
He's 97 years old.
I mean, come on, you can't say a 97-year-old man is actually contributing to a project. I mean,
97.
I'm sorry, Dick Van Dyke can actually work because he's not writing this stuff. Mel Brooks has to be the comedic part of this.
97. You know what I mean? Not a tooth in his mouth. Silent. You know what I mean? Contributing to what? You know what I mean? Contributing what? To soft eggs? You know, they're over easy. He wants his eggs over easy. You know, the last time he had them over hard, it chipped his tooth. Because he only has one tooth. It's in the back. You know what I mean? Hey, man, come on, man. You know when old people start to get that circle around their eyes? That ring, that gray ring.
That would be the title right there, Mark.
Yeah, man. Come on, man.
And Clint Eastwood, come on. When's the last good Clint Eastwood movie?
Clint Eastwood is like 97 too.
And when was the last good Clint Eastwood movie?
You know what I mean?
Ryan just going too hard. Ryan just went too hard.
That didn't scare Bill, did it? No, he just started beating him harder. You know what I mean? Hey, man.
Chamberlain, I like to go rogue sometimes because clearly that's not.
Yeah, man. You know, he already knew. I didn't want to see no Spaceballs sequel. Last time I saw Spaceballs, what was that? The 80s? We were children. John Candy was alive, for God's sakes.
There
probably people on the chat right now don't even know who John Candy is.
No, I mean that's probably who Josh Gaddy would be. He would play.
There you go.
He would probably play.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say Mel needs to go back into his bed and sleep. It's nap time. He's been up for 5 minutes. So,
wow, that got you fired up. So let's not talk about Star Wars. Get you fired up talking about old movies.
Yeah, man, because I hate when they just come over and be like, you know, we're gonna recycle that, and nobody even knows. Like we're not even in that generation anymore where people enjoy
comedy,
those type movies, man. They, you know what I mean? I watched Abigail with a 14-year-old the other day, right? I was like, yo, come check this out. It's gonna be good. And afterwards, it was like, I can't believe you made me watch it. I was like, oh, go to your room. You know what I mean? Yeah, go on upstairs. So people not interested in, and Abigail was kind of a throwback type thing. They're not interested in that, man. We're not going to see Spaceballs. Imagine us damn near 50 in a movie theater watching Spaceballs. Come on, man.
They said Amazon.
Yeah, it's gonna go to Amazon. Just like Coming to America.
And you know how good that was.
That was trash.
That joint was some cut. That joint was like watching plaster dry. It was like getting stuck in a torrential rainstorm, and all you got is a thin white T-shirt on that you bought from the gas station. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, I'm like, why are you buying T-shirts from the gas station?
A gas station T-shirt.
What has happened that you're putting on a T-shirt from the gas station?
And you know that gas station T-shirt is thin. It's thinner than Paulie used to cut the garlic when he was in jail. I'm trying to tell you, man. It is.
Oh gosh, no. I mean, okay. Let's be honest. You can't do real comedy anymore. Everybody gets offended by everything.
Well, that's what Jerry Seinfeld would say.
I mean, Spaceballs. You couldn't have half the scenes in there. You can't have Blazing Saddles. You can't have 48 Hours. You can't do real comedy. You have to do action comedy and then have sprinkles of comedy. Spaceballs would not work if you were trying to actually ask somebody. It's just asking a chance.
He knows. You can get an 8X at a gas station. You know what I mean? You know, gas station man, get your T-shirts, man. I'll bring you some.
Thank you.
I'll pass.
All right, so we got some more more news on Game of Thrones. We've got currently the House of the Dragon going on in its second season. HBO is not getting out of the business because they've got another spinoff plan. This one's going to be called A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. And they've already got people lined up for it. It's going to be set 100 years before everything that happened in Game of Thrones and 100 years after House of the Dragon.
Is this K-I-N? I mean, K-N-I-G-H-T or N-I-G-H-T?
Knight, K-N-I-G-H-T.
Okay.
So let's see. What is the premise of this one? A century before the events of Game of Thrones, two unlikely heroes wandered Westeros. A young, naive, but courageous knight, Sir Duncan the Tall, and his diminutive squire, Egg. Set in an age where the Targaryen line still holds the Iron Throne, and the memory of the last dragon has not yet passed from living memory. Great destinies, powerful foes, and dangerous exploits all await these improbable and incomparable friends. How excited are you?
I feel like somewhere there's a cow just getting the hell out of them milked. You know what I mean? Hey, is there any more milk? Well, go see. Go see. Check it. Fill me up a glass. You know what I mean?
This is like the Luke Cage scene.
Hey,
That's
bro.
all I do is my gas station t-shirts.
Oh. Hey, but everybody knows about those gas station t-shirts too, don't you? You know what I mean? You know?
Oh gosh.
Go back to Westeros.
No, he didn't die.
Yeah.
He's just not making. He's not finishing the books.
Okay.
Oh, you don't need to now. He's a millionaire. Come on, man. You don't like my shades? Hold on, bro. You don't like my Adidas, man? I think I look good.
Everybody ask him, is he Morpheus?
Okay.
That's a little bit before you came on.
That's a little bit.
All right, let me see if there's any.
Have you watched House of the Dragon yet?
No, I'm to answer your question. No, I'm very far behind on that one. Have you watched Boys season 4 yet? Because I still need to finish Gen Z, so I haven't started. Have you started watching The Boys?
No.
I have.
You excited about it, Chief? Has it been good?
All I want to say is I saw the first episode, and the rest of it we'll talk online in the safety of our non-PC conversation.
Or on the Patreon.
You know what I mean? let's not get live movie files canceled. So yeah.
Good idea. All right.
We'll talk later.
We'll do that. Yeah. All right. Well, I gave you all an assignment. I did it a couple minutes before last week. So I asked you all, like, what actors get you excited about seeing a movie? And for the sake of playing along, let's assume there are some. And I wanted to wipe away the obvious go-tos. So I said youngish, like maybe under 45, because there's some that have literally just hit over 40. So I had to stretch the parameters just a little bit. But who's a star now that you would go, oh, okay, so-and-so is in this movie. I'll go see it. 20 years ago and even today, it was, oh, Denzel's in it. It should be good. Leo's in it. It should be good. Who are the young stars, and I guess young would still be anybody under 45, that has you like, oh, I wasn't sure about this movie based off the premise, but because this person's in it, I'm going to go check it out.
And that's quite more detailed than the text.
Yeah. Wow. You guys get the extended version.
Old Lyle's Movie Files works. Look, he blesses us again with the live additions.
Wait, my text said, cool. Tonight we're going to talk about actors, actresses you're watching basically anything. But let's do a twist. They've got to be relatively young. So no Cruise, Denzel, DiCaprio, that era. I don't know how that was less detailed. I mean, that was a text, clearly. but that was some good parameters. And Jamelin's getting us started. Will Smith.
Oh yeah, here you go, Jamelin. When I can't wait to see you, I'm gonna kick you in your ankle and then run off giggling my ass off, Jamelin.
Yeah. Okay. I think the actor. No, I know for a fact this guy's over the limit, but he's not of that earlier generation. I know I watched a lot of Liam Neeson movies.
Wait a second. Yeah, he's clearly in the era of those other guys.
Wait, no, he wasn't big in the era of that. I mean, okay.
Liam Neeson. All right, Liam Neeson. Okay,
that's my
young.
All right, okay.
Liam Neeson.
I mean, okay.
Right.
Austin Butler, the man who is Elvis, says 80s kid.
Okay,
he's just a great actor.
Okay. See, this is a problem. Okay. Holy.
Okay, I'll give you one.
Yeah, give us. Jeez.
I mean, because a lot of my suggestions are always in the thumbnail. Glenn Powell. Glenn Powell. He's been funny. He's been a real tool, and he's somebody that's like able to go into drama. And I'm like, all right, cool. So from Scream Queens, I was like, this guy's funny. What else has he been in? And what else? Oh, he's in this. I'm gonna watch this now too. And no fail, if I'm watching something because it's like, oh, I want to see it because he's in it. It's been good. Anyone But You with Sydney Sweeney. That was really good. Showed he could do the rom-com thing as the lead. He was in Top Gun Maverick. He really played that jerk who was actually pretty cool, very well. And Hitman, he's the star, and he just kills it in that one, in the Hitman film. But he's really good, and I've enjoyed everything he's been in. And he's one of those, like the Twisters film that's coming out this summer. I was like, I don't care about Twisters. Then I watched the trailer, saw he was in. I was like, oh, sign me up. I'm there. His character looks fun in this. I want to see it.
Okay.
Glenn Powell's a good choice. I don't watch everything he's in, but my interest is always piqued when I hear he's in something. Thanks, man.
Do you remember he actually did a bit part in Dark Knight Rises. He's actually the stockbroker Bane smashes onto the computer.
Yeah.
He's been around. I mean, so he's like, okay, good one. All right. Okay.
Margot Robbie hasn't really failed me yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the Terminal, though? Terminal's terrible. But the only reason I watched it was because Margot Robbie was in it. So, yes.
Okay.
Looks like Ryan Gosling is going down that route. I don't watch his movies, but it looks like he's that guy. He's been that guy for a while. But yeah, I'm with you.
All right.
You got some, Jace?
All right. I got Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He hasn't done that much lately, but
yeah, I'm about to ask, what's he been?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. But when he actually's in there, when he actually like, okay, he's taking his time to do a project, it must be good. Let's see what it is.
Okay. Good one there. Let's see. Chris Pratt. He's in everything. I mean, I've watched stuff because Chris Pratt's in it too. So I don't know if you are really joking, but he's one that I will watch like that. The Amazon, was it the Terminal List? I feel like that's the show. Whatever the sci-fi movie he was in with J.K. Simmons, that was really good. I watched it because he was in it. Ryan, Michael B. Jordan, Michael Fassbender, and Sydney Sweeney, for unabashedly superficial reasons, will get me interested in the project. Chief, how about you?
Henry Cavill.
Oh, Henry Cavill. Loved him in Man of Steel too.
That was wrong, Joe.
It was
wrong. I
just want to hear Angry Chief rage out because he wasn't matching our energy with the Acolyte. He's like, hey, if you like something, you don't. Like, you vote with your wallet. He was all peaceful, zen. But you can see the fire raging, strong enough to burn through a cave right now.
I don't know why you want to make me angry.
Like, you wouldn't like to see him angry.
You know what I mean? But he had a great part in that Mission Impossible.
It's great.
The Witcher.
Okay. Did you see Warhammer?
Who?
Did Warhammer, was he in that?
No, I saw the other joint he did with the other guy. They were spies.
Man from Uncle. That was great in that. Have you seen the new one? The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, I think it is.
No.
I want to see that because he's a star in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alan Richards in that. That's a good. Yeah. He's
Just
another.
don't ask him to take your picture, Blake. He doesn't like to do that. Snake Eyes. Jeff, I got no one. It's all right.
Okay.
Samara Weaving. That's a solid choice.
Mhm.
She should be the solid choice to play Scarlet. We had a good G.I. Joe movie. She was good. David Thanos, Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, he's been like that for a minute. Speaking of Ryan Reynolds, his co-star in Two Guys, a Girl in a Pizza Place, she turned 57.
What?
I was gonna send you a photo. I was like, can you believe
Man.
time is just zooming?
Okay. Yeah.
What you got?
I got Gal Gadot. Right, because I watched, what was that, Greyheart? Because she was a star in that. That wasn't great.
Is this also for unabashedly superficial reasons, like Ryan said?
Again, you give me a movie, a Netflix movie, action movie that has somebody I know. Okay, sign me up. Again, and I still have. There is still the idea of watching that Jennifer Lopez movie because it's a new movie on.
Which one, Mother?
I didn't watch
Atlas?
it.
Okay.
I didn't watch it because I'm like, okay, but no. Let's see. Okay,
Norman Reedus. Good choice.
that's a good one.
Chief, who you got?
I just got the paper. Okay.
Well, because some of you guys have taken some of my choices.
I mean, you can still explain your choice. It doesn't matter that one
Margot
time.
Robbie was one of my choices. Gal Gadot was one of my choices. I'm gonna go here before I go there. And I don't even know. I feel he's older, but he wasn't like a popular. He didn't get popular till later for me, I guess. Even though he's been around for a while, but I guess he might be too old for your thing here, man.
Who you got? I mean, Jay's cracked it with Liam Neeson, so
Well, I got Jason Bateman. So whatever
he was away for a minute, so I think he's still valid.
He's hilarious. Whatever, this dude just has me crying every time he's in a show. Funny dude, man. It's that type of sarcastic humor. It gets me every time, man. I got a friend like that. Yeah.
He sounds like a really funny guy.
No, not really. But he's you know what I mean? He's just too small to beat on. So you just gotta laugh it off. You know what I mean?
Whatever helps you sleep at night, Chief.
Yeah, no doubt. I sleep well. I snore too.
Anna de Armas, yes, that's a solid choice. Yep. Yeah, Bateman in Bad Words is hilarious over the top.
He's also in that movie with the guys for Jennifer Aniston.
Horrible Bosses. I just rewatched that first one. Oh man, I was crying in tears. That thing.
Y'all was racing in the Prius?
Oh man,
very much.
Right.
Hey man.
Right, man. I was like, dude, because his deadpan is just so good. And that was, I had watched it in a while and it just really hit me.
Yeah. Hey, nothing more, nothing less. That's all I give you.
Tim Allen? Okay.
I got one, Bill Skarsgård.
Oh, that's a great choice.
Yeah.
And Ryan's talking about Chief's sunglasses. Reminded me of the Boondocks episode where Granddad wore sunglasses for no reason and Exhibit pimped his ride.
Actually, I'm wearing them because I saw an episode of Steamboat Willie where he wore his. So now I just was like, well, let me grab mine. And here we are.
Bring it all back. Nice. Well played. Salute you, Chief. Brian Tyree Henry, solid choice. Lakeith Stanfield, Jenna Ortega. Yes, those are three solid.
Did you watch, what was that movie? It was the movie titled X on Amazon Prime.
No.
Like, that was an interesting movie. It's a horror movie, but it was an interesting movie.
Great choice, Chief.
Which one? Jason Bateman?
I think so.
It's a good
Emily Blunt. Yeah, she was one on my list too.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Mhm.
Stickman. I like Clive Owen and everything he's in. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen him in something.
The last one I saw was that silly movie when he was in there with Oh Beautiful Girl, Monica Bellucci.
Shoot him up.
Oh, that joke was crazy.
hilarious.
Wait, exactly. That silly movie. Shoot him up's awesome.
It was silly. It was comedy.
What
Yes,
are you talking about?
it was over the top, meant to be ridiculous.
Had a carrot as a power up. I don't know what's funny about that.
All right.
Sam Worthington. He's one of my favorite actors.
You don't see Sam no more though.
I did just see him in something. He's in the Kevin Hart movie Lift.
Okay.
Jason Bateman was hilarious in Ozark.
Yes, he was.
The actor who played young Sheldon. Love Horrible Boss is so underrated.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. I think it got in the aftermath of The Hangover, and people were like, it's not as good as The Hangover, but it's really funny. And that was Jason Sudeikis. Yes. What was in that scene where the police are interrogating? I'm trying to remember the line. And I was drinking something when he said it, and I spit it out. I did a real spit take because I was like, wow. I have to look through the dialogue again, but it was really funny. Anyhow, Jamelin says, am I disqualified if I say Alexandra Daddario? No, sir.
I second that. And I believe it is a third and a fourth one here.
Not at all.
Mm-hmm.
Not a chance. Nah.
Not a chance.
Nah.
Michael Keaton says 80s kid. Always good to see him and stuff. Oh, Mia Goth. And yes, Jace, I liked X. The movie, not the little yellow blue pill.
Not the social media account.
Mother effort. I didn't say I actually killed somebody. Snake Eyes, Walton Goggins. He's also one of my favorite actors. He's so underrated. I'm happy he's getting more respect after Fallout. He's actually really good in the G.I. Joe Retaliation. He was fun in that scene. He's been good in other things, but I was like, okay, it's kind of cool in this moment too. It's a great pick. Exactly. Another one where I'm kind of finding I can trust this guy is John David Washington. And don't call him Denzel's son. He's really good on his own. He's somebody that I think we were going, you need somebody to replace T'Challa. There you go. He'd fit the mold, and he would bring the much needed gravitas to the role of T'Challa. So he would have been a great pick. Great choice there. You know who has always been an excellent actress, and I do pay attention when she shows up? Dakota Fanning. Solid. She was in our last Equalizer, and good in that thing too. He is super legit, Jamelin. He's just always doing it. Right. He was more menacing in 5 minutes to G.I. Joe, the Cobra Commander, Firefly, or Zartan. I like Firefly. The rest.
Cobra Commander actually was pretty good, man.
Yeah, I mean, he was certainly better than others. Zartan had some good lines. They just didn't let him be Zartan for more than like 2 seconds. Christoph Waltz. Yeah. Yeah, he was really like, hey, I can't mess with this guy for a long time. Chief, you got any other ones?
Yeah, I got a lot of them. I've been waiting for you to get to me.
Go for it, Chief. Back to you.
Simon Pegg.
I'm
telling you, Hot Fuzz is one of my favorite movies, man. I watch that religiously all the time, man. But he was in that. He's in The Boys. He's in what the hell is that movie? He's in Star Trek, the newer one. The dude, another hilarious dude, man. This dude here, man, I love this dude, man. And you know the problem with why I don't like doing these type things for some reasons is because when you get a favorite actor or you get somebody they enjoy doing. You enjoy watching, they die. They get, you know what I mean? And I'm just saying, man, because most of my favorite actors, they die. I'd be like, man, I really enjoyed this man's work. And the next thing I know, boom, I had to shoot the heroin. So Philip Seymour Hoffman, man, I've watched this dude since he was Dusty on Twister. He was in Along Came Polly.
Wow.
Yeah, he was in Boogie Nights.
Right.
He was in the James Bond movie. He was in the movie with the girl with the what else was he in? I feel like I'm forgetting one of his bigger movies.
Okay. I will be right back, but keep talking.
So that guy, and also Natalie Emmanuel.
You're talking about from Game of Thrones?
From wherever she wants to be, bro.
Oh, did you watch?
I did.
Did you watch The Invitation?
I did. I did. Let me tell you. You had to look. You didn't even whatever she's in. I did. I did.
Bro, yeah, okay, and we're here.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, she
was an interesting movie.
I'm going to watch it.
That was an interesting movie.
It was an interesting movie. But I enjoy a good vampire movie anyway.
That's if you say like a genre of like movies I'll actually watch for no reason. Zombie, vampire. What? Sure, zombie.
And then werewolf.
Where they don't make enough werewolf movies that I know.
Man, did anybody?
You gotta give me a list of good werewolf movies.
Did you go see Dog Soldiers yet?
Just send it to me in text. I did not.
Listen, man, Dog Soldiers is one of the top werewolf movies. If you like werewolf movies, Dog Soldier. But I'll give you my werewolf picks, man, so you can go through them, man. I got some good ones out here, man.
Okay.
Let's see. Megan Good. You know what I mean?
Did you see Suzanne too? It's like
whatever you're gonna say. Yes.
Yes.
I even watched that series she had on Amazon. I didn't like it, but I couldn't turn it off. I'm like, man, I hate this.
Next.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I will continue. Yes, I'm still watching.
Right. See? Yep. Dog Soldiers, man.
Ramsey is always a good choice too.
A lot of people don't know this actress. She's kind of new, but every movie she's in, I watch. Shannon Thornton.
I know that.
Every movie. It doesn't matter. The movie could be Shannon Thornton watches paint dry. And I'm going to watch Shannon Thornton watch paint dry.
Oh, I see.
He said, oh, I see. So, yeah.
I'm sorry. That came out exactly the way I intended. Yeah, she was in Mea Culpa. She was the sister-in-law.
Oh, yeah.
For no reason. Okay. All right.
Yeah. I mean, listen, Mea Culpa escaped my joint, man, for a minute. But yes, that was yeah. But you enjoyed those parts with her in there. But let me tell you something. Yeah, I didn't even see. You know what? After the movie came out, you never heard Kelly Rowland say nothing about it ever again.
It made his Netflix top 10 for like 2 or 3 weeks. And just like any other movie, and now to the next project.
Yeah, man. So those are my, let's see, Sometimes from Hell, Jason Bateman, Gal Gadot, Natalie, Megan Good, Shannon Thornton, Henry Cavill. I think I have gone through it, man. Also, you know what's pretty good though? The dude, not the dude from
You tell.
Also, the dude from Top Gun, the
Miles Teller,
Goose's son, and I'll tell you why. So
you
first time,
Fantastic
Fantastic Four.
No.
You're
But
watching it
he
that
was
way.
in a movie where him and a one night stand girl got locked into an apartment together over a snowstorm. And it was like maybe a rom-com something. I'm not really into
I
rom-com.
thought it was the one with Michael B. Jordan and Zac Efron too.
I don't remember Michael Jordan and Zac Efron in it. I remember him and the girl like on screen most of the time.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's a different one.
It might be. I don't know. I don't remember if that was it, but I enjoyed that movie. He had another one where he was in a band or something. I remember playing the drums or something for a teacher.
That's it.
And that wasn't. I mean, I didn't hate that movie with him in it. What?
Jason's looking like.
I mean, now he said he didn't hate that movie. I'm like, okay, like not a re-endorsement, but okay,
not my tempo.
For me, man, certain movies, I'd be like, what am I doing here? But I was, I mean, I didn't, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it didn't make it to the 4-part series. That's good.
Yeah. See, Blake, gosh damn, Blake, Blizzy, you know what I mean? That's my guy, man. Unlike Parks, Blake's gonna back me up. Blake's just gonna back me up, man. Hey, man, listen. Thank you, Parks. The what?
He said that a long time ago.
Did he?
And I put it on screen.
Well, you didn't put it on screen, so I
did put it on screen.
Look at my eyes. There's gray around the circles.
There's no red though.
You can't expect me to see everything, man.
You're literally looking at the chat half the time.
I got cataract glasses on.
Screen.
You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh.
Right. Y'all there still? Where y'all at?
Here. We're here.
Yeah, man. So
absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Tempo.
So those are my picks, man. Those are my picks.
Okay. I got one more. Yeah, I got one more. Okay. Oscar Isaac. Oscar Isaac.
But Oscar's been in some terrible movies.
Yeah, but you're intrigued because he's in it, and that's what kind of. I mean, when he was announced for Dune, it was like, okay,
yeah,
I'm interested. He's going to be one of the leads in Dune. I'm cool with that. Like that, yeah.
Now
sorry.
Did you know about Shannon Thornton before I mentioned her, Parks, or was you already a fan of her work, or is it just when I mentioned her you just now saw her? Hey, Dennis, you kind of a hater today. That's why I'm not going to share my picks with you. You're not going to get in on my parlay. You know what I mean? You're not going to win no money tonight just because.
Not these days, 80s. That Jedi would get wiped out big time. All right, so I did not, sir, but I've seen a few episodes of P-Valley.
Shannon Thornton, bro.
Yeah,
I'm convinced that Oscar Isaac is some big Hollywood mogul's nephew. He came on the scene and was doing like 4 movies. He was great in Ex Machina.
Oh yeah,
he's been good in good movies. He's also been in some terrible movies too.
Oscar Isaac,
like Ex Machina.
He was Poe Dameron in the sequel trilogy.
Yeah, I see
Moonlight. Yeah,
he's in with Jessica Chastain too. He's been good. It's just Riz Ahmed is a little underrated. Yeah.
What has he been in? Because he was in
Rogue One. Get it now. He's done a bunch of things. He's another one that's good, even if what he's in isn't good.
He's a rapper.
No, 80s. That was Finn.
Yeah.
Oscar Isaac appears in bad franchise movie shows, but his indie regular stuff is good. Right. He's just such a bad choice for these franchises.
No, look, David Thanos says Dune, he's really good in Dune. Like,
that's the one I was thinking of. He was terrible as Apocalypse. I don't know if anyone could have salvaged Apocalypse in that movie. Anybody. Like, take whoever your best all-time actor is, he could not salvage that role.
You don't think Denzel Washington
Nope.
in his prime could
Nope.
salvage Apocalypse?
And no. No. So another one for me.
Apocalypse. Come on.
Yeah. Another one for me is Keke Palmer. She's really funny and good in Nope. And she was good in Hustlers. I realized when I'm seeing her in things, she's really entertaining. And she was on that Jimmy Fallon show where he has people come on, they split up into pairs and they do a lot of singing. She's really entertaining in that thing too. So she's another one that I put on my list.
Mm-hmm.
Oscar, yes, he was. The final boss will salvage. There's that rumor he's going to play Apocalypse. He's going to say, bring it.
Okay.
That movie was doomed as soon as the first set pick of Apocalypse leaked, and everyone thought it was a costume from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. You're right, Ryan.
It's really bad.
Keke, do you love me? She is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was solid.
Password, yeah.
Huh?
That was the show. The password.
The password is.
That was Keke Palmer as the host of that one. Oh.
That's the rumor that he's going to be playing Apocalypse because he signed up with Marvel Studios. So we'll see where that goes.
Well, the hierarchy of the Marvel Cinematic Universe about to change.
All right. Well, it's that time, that special time of the week. Fellas, do you have any nominees for Dummies of the Week?
Oh, Nicole Behair. Yes, you are correct, sir.
Yes, sir.
From
yes. 42, Sleepy Hollow.
Sleepy Hollow, and then that movie she did with Michael Fassbender.
And appropriately enough, today, Miss Juneteenth.
42nd.
42.
Yeah, 42nd.
Was she in? No.
Raids. What's up, Eric? Kiki's been good since Tequila and the Bee.
Is that E Double?
That is the one and only actor supreme on stage, Eric.
Nasty in the building. E Double, what's good?
What's up, man?
That's what's up, man. Yeah, you're correct, man. That's the only reason anybody watched Sleepy Hollow. And it's funny because you kept waiting for the show to get better. Like, it was good premise, but it just was, I don't know. It couldn't get out of its own way. And then when they cut
better by getting rid of her.
Right. And then when they cut her, he was like, what's going on with this?
Did you not understand why we're here? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was like almost if they took either Sam or Dean from Supernatural and then was like, hey, you can watch the show.
Like, everybody's really been clamoring for a whole season of Sam. What?
Right. No. So it's crazy, man. Oh man, we at that special time. Are we at that time in the show?
We're at the time. Chief, okay. You were here early, and I think it's only fair because he got here late and didn't have all the screen time. Let's let Jace go first.
Jace.
Yeah.
Thanks. I do appreciate that. So my dummy of the week is for anybody who's paying attention to sports. I mean, free agency right now, because this is a silly time. You're going to hear all your favorite people holding out for no reason. No, I totally deserve to be paid $50 million. I've never actually gone to an all-pro or anything, but I totally am worth it. And just putting everything out by your agent. I don't follow my team anymore because they're mean to me, and they only want to pay me $35 million this year instead of $80. Just ignore it, laugh at it. But if you're taking it serious, I'm sorry. You are my dummy of the week.
You can't feed your family on $35 million a year. So,
man, Streep is never going to live it down.
What's the man supposed to do?
He should not.
What's the man supposed to do? Getting paid those crumbs. You know what I mean? 80s Kids Neighbor?
Bring it back.
Yeah, man.
Her have John coming like, what did I do to you?
80s, we're gonna egg his house.
Jeff, you remember the scene in Waiting? What did I do?
Right. That was another one. I was like, Ryan Reynolds is gonna be big time. Big time. 80s kid from the 90s says Hasbro releasing a Strange Tales Wave without Doctor Strange. Let's see. David Thanos. Crazy take with these young actors. They like these young hip hop guys. Who is that? Let's see. So for me, it is all these content creators trying to make some speculation about Brandon Ayuk doing a TikTok video, trying to work the media about his contract. He said they don't want me. The Niners are not going to tell anybody that. But there's so many videos, so much discussion over a 20 or 30-second clip. Like, y'all are amazing. Y'all can crank out that much over this. Some are doing 2 or 3 videos, half hour. Come on. I hate this time of year so much.
Oh my gosh.
Let us just get to training camp, no injuries, and find out wherever the Chiefs have the blackmail photos of every referee in the league, and let's start the football season.
Yeah, I mean, ESPN had the whole, like, what does this mean? He's working the game. I mean, y'all didn't, I mean, hey, just as with Debo Samuels, I want to be traded until they pay me what they should pay me. All right, I love him again.
Right. We just saw this. We've seen this for the last 4 years. Why are we still doing this?
Yeah.
Well, at least your guy didn't quit the league to make music and bad videos. I love my wife. She left. I'm lost again. I'm gonna walk the beach. I'm gonna drown in the salt water. Oh, love you. Why did this happen? I'm like, what?
Darren Waller was legend on that.
What song is this? What song is this, Waller? Is this what you quitting? Is this what you quitting your $11 million job a year to do? I need to release this energy and sing songs so nobody will buy. Like, nobody's gonna buy that song, Waller. Like, and yo, it's crazy out here, man. I don't know, man. I feel like I should have did something. I wasn't born with any talent, man. And that's
okay, Chief. You don't need it anymore. You can literally be talentless.
Make videos, talk about people. It
Right.
works out well.
Wait a second.
Wait a minute. Am I talking about us?
Oh, Jalen. He didn't do anything recently, but I started watching Clipped. Didn't realize Donald Sterling was that much of a mess. And I'm from LA. Ryan, I heard the cast and the Blake Griffin.
Too hard on him, man. You're an 80-year-old dude. You're dating a 24, 28-year-old woman. I wouldn't want to around young blacks either. I mean, is he wrong? Was he wrong? Hello, hey, you stay away from that dude. You know what I mean? I'm 85 years old.
Done.
Why would I want her around these dudes? Like, hey, get away from Jerome. You know what I mean?
I thought Cassie Lawrence Fishburne as Doc Rivers was brilliant.
That's what he looked like. He looks like it.
Looks like old Doc.
Did he lose weight?
No, that's exactly right. He doesn't need to lose weight. He looks like Doc Rivers' a coach.
That was the main reason I was like, oh, they're trying to do this for real. I thought it was Ed O'Neill,
You thought it was going to be another Showtime, didn't you?
Yeah, but I'm like, oh, okay.
Blake Griffin looks kind of like, come on, guys, I need y'all to try.
Dwayne was saying he's not great.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right, Chief. Was Waller your dummy of the week, or do you have?
Man, actually, I got a real messed up dummy of the week this week, man. It's not even usually I go on a rant, man. I'm just gonna keep this short, man. So at a shelter, someone adopted a dog.
Wait. Was Future there?
No.
B Rabbit.
Nope. No Future. Not the shelter where you go rap.
No,
how about Mikal Pfeiffer?
Okay.
No, none of this. It was actually a dog shelter.
This is my life. Okay.
Future was somewhere preaching from the book of misogyny. So right before somebody went and picked up the dog, they euthanized it. Now, there are people coming to get the dog within an hour. How do you make the mistake of pulling the dog in the back and killing the dog? And I don't. That joint just messed me up, man. When I read the article, and I was like, "What kind of fool? Like, would you messed up on the paperwork? Like, how do you? The dog is about to go home to a family, bro, and you just took it in the back and killed it? Like, what the hell kind of shelter is this? I thought the whole point was to get the dogs out the door to people who wanted to be with the dogs. And they just, I mean, I'm lucky I don't live around there because I had to put on the Pooh Shiesty mask and found out who did it and beat him about the throttle him about the neck and shoulders. You know what I mean? So that's my dummy of the week. Whoever killed the dog, the shelter, the people who work there, the whole 9 yards, man. If you're working at a place where you're trying to get dogs adopted and you get a dog adopted, don't kill the dog. Simple as that, man. You know what I mean? They kill like 1.9 million dogs a year in the U.S. You could have let one live to go home with a family, man. So that's my dummy of the week. That shelter. And that's all I got, man. Next week I'll be on my regular rant, man. But this week, whew, I gotta drink some water. I got misty. What's that here? In case we ever get some sponsors. I'll be trying to, trying to get us something out here. I need my Ferrari by next weekend.
Oh, that's true.
I can't fit in a Ferrari, but I would love to go out there and look at it.
You're just sliding like me, like, oh, can we dive into this thing?
You know what I mean? Oh yeah, the Pooh Shiesty, baby. Oh yeah, my bad, Stink Eyes. I kind of ruined the mood here.
Right.
I kind of ruined the mood. Hey, listen.
I'm trying to find a real dummy to jeez. It's like, gosh.
Listen, I apologize, man. I apologize. Let's just look at a puppy video and let's start to laugh again.
Oh, that's Xanatos from Gargoyles, armor one. I got to take it out of the box eventually. It'll come out like soon.
Oh, you got. I never even noticed it. I know there's a lot of CDs in there. Is that CDs or DVDs?
Blu-rays. Oh, yeah, so when they decide not to have the thing I want to watch on streaming, I can actually just say it's right there. I don't need you people. Yeah, it's fun.
No, I was quiet because I was trying to find some other like true dummy where we could make fun of as opposed to a dog getting euthanized.
Yeah, no fun.
It kind of scared you. Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
I was a little worried too, Jeff.
You were. I was trying to find something because it's like you were just like, "Hey guys, want to hear a story?" Yeah, what's up?
Like, no, would you like to hear a scary story? You know what I mean? Hey, look, yeah, my bad, man. Listen, next week I'll tell a story about one of the Chiefs because a story's
gonna come. Pick one.
Yeah,
the Chiefs. He got Burt caught for burglarizing somebody's neighbor. Okay.
Hopefully Mahomes gets locked up, and all this will end.
What the heck? All right. Well, Jeff, you got Justin Timberlake. He's ready.
Oh yes, of course. JT on the comeback trail, brand new album. People are loving it, and like, oh, Justin's back. This Joker's running around, gets a DUI or WWI. Which one was
it? DWI.
I feel like Justin Timberlake has enough pennies to cobble together to call Uber. It's just, I don't understand it. It's like you make enough money. Why is he even driving?
Hey, man.
I mean, because the place where they have is like, hey, it's got these super expensive wines. If I know I'm going to go to a place that 90% of the time I'm going to be doing is drinking, my kids don't even come out. I'm like, hey, I hire, this is one of the times you hire one of your friends. Hey, can you just drive me around this part of, what is that, super ritzy part? Like the Hamptons. Yeah,
I think that he knows. I think that he knows, Jace.
Good job.
Thank you. Cows didn't even know him. He's not bringing enough sexy back.
I mean, the funny thing is, the fact he was like, they were so young. He was like, "Wait, who are you?" Yeah, whatever, dude. Yeah, I'm famous. Are you?
I'm Justin Timberlake, darn it.
Yeah, when the cops don't recognize you, losing your star power.
That's a problem. I'm married to Jessica Biel. Who?
Yeah, man. I never understood that about you.
Is that Shannon Thornton, you mean? No. No. Not married to her.
He's going to be trending as a result of this show. Like, why is she trending? Oh.
You're like, wait, what?
You know what I mean? By tomorrow afternoon, we'll have 150,000 hits.
Like, wait, who? Oh, these guys are smart.
T-Valley is also trending. All right. Well, while there's still some sunshine, rainbows, and gifts where puppies and kittens are playing and frolicking in a happy place, let's say thank you to you guys. Chief, enjoy your well-deserved break. Bro Shot, thanks for hopping on. Hope you had a great dinner. And thank you to Blake Tarpley, Snake Eyes. Can't do it right. Snake Eyes After Child, David, Thanos, Mark A, Eric, Crazy Red Sample, coming through, Kevin V. Montague, 80s kid from the 90s. Let me see.
Stickman.
Blake Tarpley, Stickman, of course.
David Thanos.
Yes. I think I got everybody. Make sure.
Kevin Montague. Kevin Montague.
Yep.
Okay.
I think I hit everybody up.
I think
80s kid, of course. All right. I think I got everybody. Thank you all for hanging out with us again. We'll be back on tomorrow for another edition of Lyle's Figure Files. But for now, this episode of Lyle's Movie Files has been filed.